Today's top stories. Flutter 3.47, How Kids Feel About AI in Their Own Words. Lovable raises $400 M-Series C. HTML over WebSockets. Real-time spas with barely any JavaScript. Tesla wants to build a $10 billion solar factory in Texas. Mesh, Automattic CRM for everyone, comes to Android. Deutsche Bank becomes first foreign yuan clearing bank in Europe. Happy 45th birthday to the IBM PC and Model FXD. Google's Pixel 11 phone pre-orders come with up to $350 in gift cards, and Nintendo's next Fire Emblem has a bold new structure. We start with Flutter 3.47. Flutter 3.47. What's new in Flutter 3.47? Modular by design. Standalone UI packages and impeller on desktop. Flutter 3.47 is here, and with it, we've got some exciting new updates. Today, we welcome the one release of the standalone Material UI and Cupertino UI packages. This is a major milestone that decouples design systems from the core SDK. We're also boosting performance and tooling across the board. This release brings impeller to desktop by default, prepares our pipelines for iOS, macOS, and Xcode 27, and graduates Flutter widget previews to stable. So run Flutter upgrade in your terminal to get started, or read on to learn more about the major changes in this release. Choose your own UI adventure. The first step toward a decoupled Flutter is here. Material and Cupertino are now available as standalone packages. One of Flutter's greatest strengths is its ability to render pixel-perfect Material and Cupertino widgets. However, because these design libraries were historically bundled directly inside the core SDK, it slowed down their development and made it harder to contribute or keep them up to date. While the core SDK still includes these libraries for this release, you can now opt in to T. How Kids Feel About AI in Their Own Words. How kids feel about AI in their own words. Does an AI-filled future seem like promise or peril to today's teens and tweens? We went right to the source. When we set out to talk to kids about artificial intelligence, we thought we knew what we'd hear. We expected some to tell us they were using it to cheat a little, the way millennials and Gen Xers opened up CliffsNotes or programmed formulas into their T-82s, and others to share inspiring ways they were using it. We were also listening for concerns that were less kid-specific, like deepfakes or job destruction. But what we actually heard when we asked kids aged 10 to 18 about AI had tons of nuance. Many of the same kids who can go on and on about music, rock climbing, or soccer met our questions with words like bruh and meh, or were so deeply against AI or uninterested in making it part of their lives that they didn't want to talk about it at all. One teen said his peers use it for things they know they shouldn't, like writing papers. One told us she won't touch AI because of the environmental impact. A few said they find the whole field disheartening. AI isn't the solution to our problems, said Winter, a 17-year-old. I'm AF. Lovable raises $400 M-Series C today. We're announcing that Lovable has raised $400 million in Series C funding at a $13.3 billion valuation, led by Menlo Ventures, and co-led by the Scale-Up Europe Fund, managed by EQT. The round also welcomes Balderton Capital and Carmignac from Europe, Cassec Ventures and LTS Growth from Latin America, Tencent and World Innovation Lab from Asia, and Regent from the United States, broadening the group of investors backing Lovable's global ambition. Returning investors include Excel, Antler, Capital G, DSD Global, Avantic Capital, HubSpot Ventures, and Salesforce Ventures. Lovable is building the software creation platform that gives those closest to a problem the power to solve it, a generational opportunity that spans billions of people all over the world. This investment moves Lovable closer to becoming the one place where people create new businesses and transform existing ones. What we've been working on for most people, turning an idea into software, once required so much capital, technical fluency, and time that many ideas never came to life. Lovable's first chapter was about changing that. Since Lovable's launch in November 2024, people have created more than 60 million HTML over WebSockets, real-time spas with barely any JavaScript. HTML over WebSockets, real-time spas with barely any JavaScript. Building a spa, single-page application is a complex puzzle. A JavaScript framework that draws the view, an API serving JSON, and two independent code bases forced to understand each other through contracts. It is an accepted, professionalized scenario, but being a standard does not make it the only way. I want to show you another approach, one that is not new but has gained traction over the years: HTML over WebSockets. The idea is this: instead of sending JSON and assembling the HTML in the browser, the server sends the HTML already built, and the client just places it where it belongs. All the rendering logic stays in the backend, in a single language, with no need for contracts or an API. This pattern is known as hypermedia or HTML over the wire. What matters about how the HTML travels is that it determines the latency and the bidirectionality of the communication. There are three variants: over HTTP, request by request like HTMX or Unicorn; over SSE, opening a one-way, continuous channel from server to client like Datastar; over WebSockets, a permanent bidirectional channel like Phoenix LiveView or Django. Tesla wants to build a $10 billion solar factory in Texas. Tesla intends to build a massive solar panel factory 45 minutes southwest of Houston, according to documents filed with the state of Texas. The new factory, called Project Crystal Sun, could cost as much as $10.1 billion. Tesla has applied for tax incentives to partially offset the cost, saying that it is exploring other sites across multiple U.S. states. The factory would create about 9,700 full-time jobs, Tesla said. Without incentives, Tesla's accountants estimated that the property tax liability for the project would be about $1.1 billion over 37 years. The project aims to break ground this year and be completed by 2028, and Tesla said the first solar panels would roll off the line in 2029. The company hasn't indicated whether the panels would be destined for terrestrial installations or satellites. However, Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who also runs SpaceX, is famously bullish on orbital data centers. In the filings, Tesla did not publicly disclose the factory's annual output, though it has said that it plans to build 100 gigawatts worth of manufacturing capacity in the U.S. by 2028. Mesh, Automattic CRM for everyone, comes to Android. Mesh, the relationship manager and personal CRM acquired by WordPress.com's parent company, Automattic, last year, is now available to users on Android devices. The software allows users to privately visualize and keep track of the people in their personal and professional networks, add notes to people's contact information, and be reminded when to reach out. On Android, the company customized Mesh's app to work with key platform features, like split screen and pop-up views. This allows users to access Mesh while working in other apps, like Messages or email. It also supports keyboard shortcuts for foldables and tablets, in-app search, home screen widgets, with Material You colors that match your Android's wallpaper, and real-time sync across devices. The company's broader plans for Mesh could eventually see it tied more closely to Automattic's all-in-one messaging app, Beeper, which offers a way to connect with people across platforms, including through WhatsApp, Instagram, Signal, Messenger, X, LinkedIn, Slack, Discord, Google Messages, and more. Already, Mesh and Beeper interoperate to some extent, as Mesh users can draft a text to someone in Beeper or click deep links in the. Deutsche Bank becomes first foreign yuan clearing bank in Europe. Deutsche Bank becomes first foreign yuan clearing bank in Europe. China has authorized Deutsche Bank to clear renminbi transactions in Europe, giving a foreign lender a role previously handled in the region by Chinese banks. The appointment adds Frankfurt to Beijing's effort to build a broader infrastructure for using the yuan in international trade and investment. Highlights: Deutsche Bank will clear renminbi transactions from Frankfurt. It is the first foreign institution in Europe to receive the designation. China is widening its overseas yuan network. European companies could gain another route for yuan payments. The designation followed a memorandum of understanding between Deutsche Bank and the People's Bank of China. Deutsche Bank will conduct renminbi clearing operations from Frankfurt, becoming the first foreign institution in Europe to receive such status, according to a statement from China's central bank. Frankfurt joins China's yuan network. European renminbi clearing has until now relied on Chinese lenders, including Bank of China, Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, and China Construction Bank. Their European operations process payments from Financial Cent. Happy 45th birthday to the IBM PC and Model FXT. Happy 45th birthday to the IBM PC and Model FXT published updated est. Reading time: tilde 20-24 minutes 45 years ago today, on 12th August 1981, the computing landscape changed forever. IBM launched the personal computer, Type 5150, which kickstarted a series of events that defined what most people today think a PC is, even if it was not the first computer to be called personal. It was the vessel that kickstarted x86's popularity in computing at offices and homes alike. The PC's long-term staying power was not a feat IBM achieved alone. The IBM-compatible clone PC market is what helped sustain the ecosystem's prominence. Personally, I like to think a big part of the PC's initial success was its keyboard. Not the perfect layout as most may agree, but certainly a competent, well-built keyboard, the Model FXT. Thus, to celebrate in the most appropriate way for Admiral Shark's keyboards, we will look at this keyboard, where it came from, and what it became. Of course, with context as needed, including what led to the IBM PC and both who and what was behind it. Contents before the PC, IBM released products adjacent to a personal computer and toyed with the idea of a persona. Google's Pixel 11 phone pre-orders come with up to $350 in gift cards. Looking to get your hands on the latest Pixel devices? After weeks of leaks and rumors, Google has officially announced its next generation of Pixel phones and watches. Google's Pixel 11 phone pre-orders come with up to $350 in gift cards. Google's latest Pixel 11 series phones have arrived, and you can pre-order them now. The base Pixel 11 starts at $899. The Pro and Pro XL are $1,099 and $1,299 respectively, and the Pro Fold starts at $1,899. The watch comes in two sizes, with the smaller 41 model starting at $399 and the larger 45 model starting at $429. The phones are available for pre-order now and will ship on August 20th, 2026. If you're looking to pre-order an unlocked phone on its own, your main options are Best Buy, Amazon, and directly from the Google Store. All three are running a similar introductory deal, where you'll receive a gift card for a future purchase at that retailer, with the value depending on which model you buy. The Pixel 11 includes a $100 gift card, the Pixel 11 Pro and Pro XL include a $200 gift card, and the Pixel 11 Pro Fold includes a $350 gift card. Only Google lists an end date for the promotion, which is August 27th, 2026. If you'd also like a peek. Nintendo's next Fire Emblem has a bold new structure. Nintendo's first Fire Emblem game for the Switch 2 is structured in an ambitious way. Unlike the well-loved Three Houses, a strategy game that tasked you with pledging allegiance to a specific faction and seeing their story all the way to the end, the new Fortune's Weave lets you swap between 4 heroes and their compatriots so you can tackle multiple storylines at once. With Three Houses, I only ever played one path and never went back to experience the others. I hoped that the new game's structure would be a way to see everyone's stories in one playthrough. Nintendo's next Fire Emblem has a bold new structure. I've played hours of Fortune's Weave on the Switch 2, but I'm struggling with repetition. After playing 26 hours of Fortune's Weave, which launches on September 17th, I've really started to bond with each of the 4 heroes. But while their stories are different, I've been disappointed to find that the basic structure of each path is so far essentially the same, even down to repeated quests, battles, and cutscenes. This has been especially disheartening because the strategy and RPG elements the series is known for have so far been excellent. Fortune's Weave takes a bit too. That's all for this news briefing. Thanks for listening. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.